Good morning, everyone. My name is Harshan Kumar. I am from the Foundation in Arts program. My student ID number is 0391139. The elective I'm taking is Business Enterprise. The code is BUS 039605. Today's presentation is about business ethics and corporate social responsibility. Let's begin. What is business ethics? Business ethics is defined as the ethical principles or moral principles that influence decision making. Why is it important for business to have ethics? It can lead to long-term profitability. As companies which focus more on short-term gains rather than the expense of ethical principles are likely to succeed in the short run, but in the long-term solution, the companies are unable to maintain the performance and are highly likely to fail. It can also lead to employee satisfaction and positive workplace, as ethical companies which provide a positive working environment receive higher productivity and highly motivated workforce, as employees are motivated to do work and are able to produce more output of a product. And it can also lead to low labor turnovers as employees are less likely to leave a company due to loyalty. And ethical companies can attract top talent workers to work at a company. Our first case study is Amazon. Amazon was founded by Jeff Bezos. It was started in 1994. The company was known by consumers as a retailer platform. The company began as a book selling platform and now became an e-commerce giant. Amazon faced two lawsuits for invading consumers' privacy using Alexa voice assistant and Ring cameras, and the company was fined 30 million US dollars. Consumers requested the data to be deleted from these products, but Amazon failed to do so. Amazon had a lax data policy, meaning that anyone could have easy access to users' recordings and footage, so privacy could easily be invaded. Ring employees had easy access to Ring users' footage, as one employee watched about 1,000 recordings of 81 female users, and these cameras were placed in bathrooms and bedrooms, so meaning this employee could have witnessed some inappropriate scenes, meaning nudity and anything else. Employees could easily get into users' cameras by guessing the password. How this relates to Amazon is that Amazon had failed to provide a strong password protection to ensure the safety of consumers. The next ethical issue that Amazon created was greenwashing. Amazon had set some sustainable goals in 2019. They wanted to progress its sustainability. However, critics claim that Amazon's statistics and informations are misleading. In an annual sustainability report, Amazon claimed they had reduced carbon emission by 3%, and they plan to achieve a net zero carbon emission by 2040. The carbon emission when Amazon started was 51.2 million metric tons in 2019, but 5 years later, the total carbon emission was 70.8 million metric tons, meaning the carbon emission had increased by nearly 20 million metric tons over the past 5 years. Therefore, that Amazon misled individuals about the sustainable progress. Perspective of ethical issues. Amazon lacks setting ethical standards as the company didn't take any initiative to improve its data policies. They should have done something about it to ensure the safety of consumers, but yet they didn't take any initiative. Amazon participated in greenwashing. They lied about the sustainability progress. They lied about the statistics. They make false statements about their progress. And everyone believed them, and yet they had failed to provide a sustainable environment. Key lesson, the key lesson learned was corporate ethical code, as the company should have taken initiative to protect consumers' privacy, as they should have improved the data policy, ensure that they were reliable, and change their behavior towards acting on important policies. And for another lesson was transparency and open communication, as the company lied about their sustainable progress, and they shouldn't have done that because it's important to openly communicate about your progress so that consumers can trust you. But by lying about it, you may have lost the trust of your consumers. So therefore, it's important to be honest about your progress. The next part of the presentation is corporate social responsibility. What is corporate social responsibility? Corporate social responsibility is defined as companies that participate in activities to support the local communities through sustainability, economic, ethical, philanthropic, and responsibilities based on Carroll's CSR responsibility. Importance of corporate social responsibility. Corporate social responsibility helps to enhance brand reputations, as consumers are more likely to purchase goods and services from a company which supports the local community. Therefore, this can increase the customer's footfall. It can also lead to ethical supply chain management. How this relies to the importance is that businesses that ensure their suppliers are not participating in unethical practices and ensure they organize regular audits and foster transparency, this can increase the trust of this business, as they are more reliable, they are openly communicating about their ethical standards, and they assure they are trustworthy and reliable. The next case study is about Maybank. Maybank first started on 12 September 1960. It was known as the first homegrown bank to serve in Malaysia. In 1960, it bloomed across South Asian countries, starting in Singapore and in Bruneian soil. The bank first introduced rural credit schemes and mobile banking in the 1970s to address economic imbalance and remove poverty. And 5 years later, Maybank provided small business loans and housing loans across 126 branches, helping families to own their first home. The first CSR activity Maybank participated was the Maybank Scholarship Program. They had collaborated with ASEAN to provide a scholarship program which was designed to help young talented people from low socioeconomic backgrounds to obtain scholarships for undergraduate program in prestigious universities within the ASEAN University list of network. Maybank had established positions in 6 industries, which are palm oil, forestry and logging, construction and real estate, power, oil, gas, and mining and quarrying. They created policies for no deforestation, no peat, no labor exploitation for these relevant industries. So for the no deforestation is protecting primary forest reserves and environmental sensitive areas from extracting trees or raw materials to produce for construction industry and real estate to produce housing. And the foundation had also created labor laws, enforced labors to prevent companies from forcing laborers to work long hours, prevent hiring underage children to work for an industry, and ensure that all employees were paid the minimum wage. Chairman Tan Sri Dato Sri Zamzam said this is their way of investing in the future generation. Meaning the scholarship was to support underprivileged students to ensure they get high quality education and also to make sure that they can get good jobs and have a better future. So they had good intentions for starting the scholarship program, and also they had the same good intentions for starting the sustainable journey, as they wanted to provide a sustainable future for all. Meaning their intention was to support the community by providing a better environment and reduce their negative impact to provide a better future for the next generation. Improvements. The foundation could have considered providing free scholarships to global universities. as some individuals are really talented and deserve to be a part of these global, well-recognized universities. And for the sustainable journey, Maybank could have considered collaborating with schools to provide education about sustainability to raise awareness, as children are more likely to participate in sustainability than compared to adults. And they could have organized activities such as tree planting to help raise awareness. And as though it is simple, but it can help to improve the air quality of our environment. Well, this ends my presentation for today. Thank you for listening.